Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a very awesome, exciting video for today, and as you probably already saw by the title, today is my 1 year smoke free. I have not smoked in 1 year. For those of you who do not know, May 3rd of 2014, which was a year ago today, I decided to quit smoking. I was a very heavy cigarette smoker for about 4 years, which I know isn't very long, but you know, it's just not very good for you, I guess. So yeah, I'm very happy to announce that today marks the 1 year that I have had a cigarette, and I'm very happy to be making this video because, to be honest with you, I was not expecting to make it this far in my journey. So this video is kind of going to be in like different parts. So this part is going to be talking about like, you know, why I quit and things like that. And then the second part, I'm going to be giving you guys tips and tricks if you're someone who is a smoker and you would like to excuse my phone, and you are someone who would like to quit smoking. I'm going to be kind of sharing little tips and tricks that I use that really help me, and hopefully maybe they can help you as well if you are interested in, you know, quitting smoking. And then I'm also going to be going over things that I noticed that have changed with me personally since I quit smoking. So yes, without further ado, let's go ahead and start. So like I said, I was a very heavy cigarette smoker. I was about maybe 10 to 12 cigarettes a day, which is about half of a pack a day for about 2 years, but I was a smoker for 4 years. But the last 2 years of my smoking life, I guess you could call it, my all-time favorite places to smoke would be in the car, after I eat, anytime I would be outside, like if I were just taking the trash out or if I were taking my dogs out or, you know, anything like that. If I were to step outside, I would like to smoke. My all-time favorite place to smoke was in the car because I am very scared of driving and very scared of being in the car. So I really enjoyed smoking, you know, in the car because it kind of calmed me down. And so basically I was just... And I knew I was getting bad. Like, I knew my smoking was getting a little out of hand, and I knew I needed to quit because everyone kept telling me how, you know, how much I was smoking and how bad I was getting. So basically why I quit, like the day when I decided that I needed to, you know, stop smoking cigarettes was when the last couple of months that I was smoking, I was noticing I was getting very painful, very pressured pains like in my esophagus, like kind of where my sternum is, just kind of like in this general area. So every time I would go to inhale or every time I would smoke, I would get like a really hard, like painful pressure there. And that kind of scared the shit out of me. I was like, okay, you know what, I probably need to take a step back. I need to kind of like cool it for a while because this could be a major problem. So after that, I had 1 cigarette left, and I told myself that after I finish my last cigarette, I'm going to quit smoking. So May 3rd of 2014 at about 1 o'clock, yes, I remember the times of everything, I smoked my last cigarette, and that was the end of it. That's when my journey began, basically. Smoking cigarettes was something I really loved doing. I know people who don't smoke on a regular basis probably don't understand. They're probably like, but it's so nasty, how could you ever have done it in the first place? I understand, but if you were never a smoker before, then I don't think you could ever really understand how much smokers enjoy smoking. It's just something that, you know, I loved doing. Even to this day, I will still say I loved smoking. Like, it kept me calm, it kept my anxiety, you know, level. It was like my little 10-minute break from life is when I would go and smoke, and it was just something, oh, I loved it. So since I loved smoking so much and I knew I had to quit, it was something that I was not excited to do. Like, quitting was very difficult for me. Next question I get is, did you ever vape, e-cig, or relapse on your smoking? And I'm going to be answering those in 3 different little sections. So the first question is, did you vape? I never ever vaped. I never understood the, you know, obsession with it, the fad of it. I've had companies contact me to like try out their vapes, but I don't vape, I don't get it, I don't see the point in it, so I just never did. And also it's kind of expensive. I just didn't feel like it was worth it to me, so I never ever vaped. I did use an e-cig. If you don't know what an e-cig is, it's like a cigarette, but it's water vapor, and you know, it's hard to explain, but it's kind of like a vape, but like it looks more like a cigarette. Basically, it's just like water vapor with little bouts of nicotine in it to kind of help with the cravings. It is not, e-cigs are not developed to help you quit. They're not a quitting mechanism. They are just a safer alternative to smoking. And I did e-cig for a while, and I did have a full like blue cig pack, you know, with the regular, the menthol, you know, things like that. And to me, it just never tasted like the real thing. Like, I feel like nothing can compare to the actual taste of a cigarette. So I quit e-cigs after a while because, I mean, I missed the taste of real cigarettes so much, and I wasn't getting that with the e-cigs, so I just stopped doing it because, like, what's the point if it doesn't even taste the same? I just didn't want to do it anymore. So I don't e-cig, I don't vape anymore. Relapsing. This is something that a lot of people are going to be, like, kind of confused about. Relapsing mean have you like broke down and smoked? And the answer is to that, and this is, I will explain it. Don't jump on the comments right now. I will explain it. But yes, I did actually kind of relapse. And it was actually like a few months ago. I think it was like in March I accidentally relapsed. It was a little bit of a slip up, and totally okay. If you are quitting smoking and you are someone who is a smoker for a very long time, it is okay to relapse. It's gonna happen, you know, we all fall down, we have to get back up, we're humans, it's how we are programmed. But yes, I did have one little slip up. I think it was back in March. It was before my breast lump incident. If you don't know anything about that, I will put videos up in this corner. But yeah, it was during a very personal, very hard time. I was very stressed, very angry. Like, I didn't even care about my, you know, goal of making it to 1 year. I didn't care. I was so mad. And another thing that kind of added to that is Chance. You guys know Chance very well. We had made the decision to quit together. I mean, he was never really a smoker. He only smoked maybe a cigarette every 2 months. He was never a smoker, but the plan was for both of us to fully stop smoking cigarettes. Like, he would quit and I would quit as well. Well, come to find out, he totally lied to me, and he was actually smoking behind my back, and I had found cigarettes in his car, and they weren't cigarettes that I smoked. I smoked Pall Mall Lights, so the little blue pack. I used to smoke those, and the ones he had are the ones that he would smoke, so I knew they were his. And it turns out that he was lying to me about, because he told me he had quit, he wasn't smoking, and I found the cigarettes, and that really pissed me off, because I mean, don't lie. If you want to smoke, just smoke. I mean, you don't have to go behind my back and lie. I don't know, but it really made me upset, and I was really stressed out, so I ended up taking one of his, went on my deck one night, I lit it, I kid you not, I took about three little puffs, 3 little inhales of the cigarette, and I just couldn't do it. For some reason, it would, like, as soon as it hit, like, the back of my throat, it was like a weird feeling. It was like a feeling. So as I went to inhale and it hit the back of my throat, it just didn't feel right. It didn't taste good. So literally didn't even smoke the whole one. I put it out and never looked back. So before anyone jumps in the comments and says, oh, well, you're not 1 year smoke free, you smoked again, blah, blah, blah. I don't really count that. I still consider myself 1 year smoke free. And the reason for that is because even though I did take a couple of hits off of a cigarette, I didn't fully fall back into smoking. And I had so many opportunities to. I had so many chances where I could just, you know, screw this, I'm going to buy a pack and start up again. And that never happened. Literally after that, those little hits that I took, I never looked back. So since I didn't fully start up 100%, I still consider that a huge accomplishment to be making it this far without fully falling back into my old habits. The next question is, will you ever smoke again? I honestly can't see the future. I don't know if I will. I don't know if I won't. It's very difficult. Like I said, smoking was something I really enjoyed doing. If I do in the future, then that's my life decision. It's my choice. If I don't, then I don't. But as of right now, I'm doing fine. I don't need to smoke. So as of right now, no. But like I said, I can't see the future, so I don't know. I can tell you one thing though that I will never do again is if I do end up smoking again, I will never ever smoke while on the birth control pill, because for those of you who know, recently I had a breast lump cancer scare recently. Luckily it came back benign, but smoking while on the birth control pill is actually very, very dangerous and very, very bad for you. So, and it can eventually lead up to heart disease and breast cancer. So I will never smoke on the birth control pill again. So if you are someone who is a smoker and you are taking an oral contraceptive to prevent pregnancy, please quit one or the other. Either get off birth control or quit smoking, because the two just do not go together at all. Okay, so now I'm going to move into kind of little tips and tricks that I have for you guys if you are willing to quit smoking. If you are interested in this, then keep watching. If you're not, you don't have to watch anymore, or you can skip to the end to see what's changed with me personally since I quit smoking. But let's start out with the little tips and tricks. So the very first thing that I want to say is, if you are a smoker and you are wanting to quit, I feel like the only way it can successfully happen is if you are 110% willing to quit. Because if you're not, it's just not going to work. If you, in your mind, don't want to quit smoking, you're not going to be able to quit. You have to have a will to, stop the addiction. And if you don't, it's just not going to work, in my opinion. I have tried to quit in the past before when I was a smoker, and I just wasn't ready, so it just never worked. So if you are wanting to quit, make sure you are 100% willing to give it up. The next thing that I have for you guys is change up your lifestyle. And not in like a big way, not anything drastic. What I mean by that is get rid of all things that made you think of smoking. For example, after I smoked my last cigarette a year ago, I got rid of my ashtrays, I put my lighters, I had Chance hide my lighters for me. I just got rid of everything that reminded me of smoking. If you were to sit in a certain spot, or if you used a certain ashtray or anything like that, just get rid of that stuff. That way you don't have to have the constant reminder that you were a smoker. Number 3 is come up with a goal/plan. And what I mean by that is set goals for yourself. For example, me, I wanted to make it 1 year smoke-free. Plan how you're going to help your cravings. Plan how you're going to ease yourself when you do have that incredible, intense urge to have a cigarette. Just come up with a plan and set timeline goals for yourself so you can work towards those goals and just really have something to work towards. As far as techniques for cravings go, I do have quite a few because I did try a lot, and in their own way they all worked really, really well. So the first thing I want to say is definitely get some chewy candy, either little candy bars like Snickers or Laffy Taffy. Laffy Taffy is what I use the most. Just because it is really chewy and it just kind of keeps your mouth busy. Another thing I used was sunflower seeds. It just looked like this. I would just pop some in my mouth and, kind of suck the salt off of the sunflower seeds, and that also really, really helped with my cravings. Another thing I used to do is put gum in my mouth, and I would chew a piece of gum. And when I was a smoker, I always hated the way cigarettes tasted with gum in my mouth. I would never chew gum while smoking. So I would put a piece of gum in my mouth and chew that for 10 minutes, or I would put toothpaste on my tongue and let that kind of dissolve on my tongue, because smoking after you brush your teeth tastes really nasty as well. And another thing that I used and really, really liked was this CD, and my dad actually got me this. It is a quit smoking CD. It just looks like that in there, and it's like a power of hypnotherapy. I mentioned this in a video last year and how I really loved it, and I do really like this CD. Some people will say it works, some people will say it doesn't, but for me personally, it really did work. I mean, when you first listen to it for the first time, it's kind of like, come on, how's this gonna work? But really, I really like it. It kept me calm, and I believe the hypnotherapy really did work. Yeah, it just helped me through my journey. So I just put this little CD on an MP3, listen to it, every day for about a week, and, it should really help the quitting process go a lot easier. So if you are on your journey to quitting and you do slip up, please don't feel bad. Know that is okay. Like I said, we're all human. We all fall down. We all have to get up on our own, and you have to learn from your mistakes. That's just how we are. That's what our parents taught us. So if you slip up, it's okay. Don't give up. Keep going, and you will make it as long as you're willing and you practice your techniques. It does get easier. Granted, it did take me about 6 months to kind of really get over the really intense urges and cravings. I do still get them now for sure. Especially as it's getting nicer out, I just really get the urge to kind of smoke, but so far I'm doing okay. It does get easier. You just have to give yourself some time. Another thing I want to say is reward yourself. So say for example, my goal was 1 year. So every month, May 3rd of 2014, that was the day I quit. Then June 3rd of 2014, that was the 1 month mark since I quit smoking. Kind of reward yourself either with your favorite snack or go buy yourself something or have a calendar and like decorate the day that you quit so you can mark that and reward yourself every month. That way you have something to look forward to. So if you're someone who has a favorite snack or a favorite meal, have that meal or snack on the day. So those are all of the tips and tricks that I have for you. Now to finish off this video, I'm going to be telling you guys some things that I noticed personally with me that I noticed have changed since I quit smoking. So the number one thing that I noticed is my hair and my nails. Ever since I quit smoking, my hair and nails are fabulous. My nails are natural, they're long, they're strong, they look great. My hair is a lot healthier, it's a lot thicker. It doesn't break as easy. Another thing I noticed is my skin. I don't know if you've ever watched my videos from previous times, but my skin used to be very kind of like very sunken in and kind of like patchy and just really gross looking. Ever since I did quit smoking, I have noticed that my skin is a lot more plump, it looks more hydrated, it looks a lot more healthy and awake, and I have color in my face again. So definitely my hair, skin, and nails, I have noticed a really great improvement. One thing that I did notice with my body personally since I quit smoking that I do not like is weight gain. When you are a smoker, smoking really kind of speeds up your metabolism, so smoking kind of controls your weight in a way, so that's why a whole bunch of models smoke, because it keeps them nice and thin. So, you know, when I was a smoker, I was a constant weight, you know, the whole time. I never gained weight. I would lose weight, but I would never gain weight. Smoking kind of kept my weight at like a single pace, and ever since I have quit smoking, I've gained about 5 to 10 pounds, and I'm 4'6", so 4'6" and gaining 10 pounds, you can really kind of see it. I mean, you guys probably can't from the camera view, but me personally, I have noticed quite a bit of weight gain, and that is something I do not like. Like, that's the one thing I miss about smoking, is how it kept my weight, like, you know, normal. I mean, I am at a normal weight. I'm at a very healthy weight for my height, but that's just one thing I noticed, is I gain weight a lot easier and a lot quicker now. Okay everyone, so that is everything that I have for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. Thank you guys so much for being with me on this journey. I really greatly appreciate it. I couldn't have done it without any of you guys, so I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe down to my channel. There will be a little button waiting for you. Just hit it and you will be subscribed to my channel, because you don't want to miss out on any future videos. But until then, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. I love you guys. Bye!